Hey y'all, it's me, Edie Hill 1988. I've gotten a ton of requests to do a video on being a stay-at-home mom, you know, like how I transition and, you know, pretty much just what we do in a normal day. So if you don't know my history with Kane, or you know my history in general, if you're like a new subscriber or something, John and I got married my junior year of college, and we got pregnant with Kane on the honeymoon, and I finished out my junior year, so I was like 30 some odd weeks pregnant when I finished out my junior year. Kane was born February 14th, 2010, and I stayed at home with him from February 14th, 2010 until August, whenever school, you know, whenever the fall semester started back in August. So I was stay-at-home mom with Kane for 6 months before I went back to school. So that's pretty much my history on that. So I finished out my senior year. You know, I had a friend watching Kane for me my senior year, and then that was the first semester. Then the second semester, he was in daycare. So long story short, I'm just gonna sum all that up. Got pregnant with Kane, you know, had him, you know, got pregnant with Kane, you know, junior year of college. Obviously birthed him and stayed at home with him for 6 months until I went back to school senior year, and then had a friend watch him. He went to daycare, and now I am a stay-at-home mommy. But I stayed home with him his first 6 months, and then I'm now, my stay-at-home mommyhood has started again, you know, this past May, because I graduated May 14th with my bachelor's degree in social work. Yay. Okay, so how did I settle into the role? Honestly, the transition for me wasn't hard at all, because you know, John works super long hours as it is, so I was kind of not the sole. I mean, it's not like I was the only one taking care of Kane, but like John, he would go to work at, you know, at 8 or 9 in the morning, and he wouldn't get home till 8 or 9 at night. So it was mainly me taking care of Kane. You know, like I was pretty used to, you know, just being me and Kane until Daddy got home. So honestly, the transition wasn't really hard. I mean, daycare got him on an amazing schedule. Like, we still keep his daycare schedule at home now. Daycare got him on an amazing sleep schedule. It was just great. Like, I loved his daycare. So the transition wasn't hard at all. He actually, I mean, he transitioned really great from, you know, being at home to daycare, and then, you know, daycare back to home. So we just got lucky in that regard. I mean, I really don't have any tips on it, sorry. So, but yeah, and so I've always said that I want to be a stay-at-home mommy and not a stay-at-home wife. So for me, like, you know, I always knew that I want to stay at home with my babies. So you know, that was always, you know, in the front of my mind, like, okay, finish school, do what I need to do so that way I can stay at home with Kane, and of course now Carson. But you know, that was my motivation. Okay, finish school so I can stay at home. So and, you know, take care of my kids the way I want them to be taken care of. So I mean, I always had the stay-at-home mommy mindset. I just had to finish school. So the transition for me wasn't hard at all, because I knew, like, in my heart that that's what I wanted to do. Like, when I found out I was pregnant with Kane, I was like, oh, I didn't think, oh God, I'm pregnant. I was like, oh God, I still got to finish school. So but yeah, honestly, my motivation, because I was like not slacking off in school by no means, but I was just tired of school, and I only had a year left, and I was just like, oh my God, like I don't feel like going to, you know, I don't feel like going to school today. But Kane was actually like my motivation to finish college, because I was just like, you know, I've got to stay at home with my baby. Like, I don't want him to be in daycare. I mean, his daycare was wonderful, but I wanted him at home with me. So my motivation was, you know, just Kane. So settling into the stay-at-home mommy role was pretty easy for me, because I knew that that's what I always wanted to do. So yeah. But I mean, if you don't have the option of being, you know, if you don't have the option to say, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, or I want to work, you know, if you have to say, okay, well, we can't afford daycare, so I've got to stay home, then, I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, but like I said, for me, I always knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, so the transition for me was pretty easy. And for Kane, I honestly think that we just got lucky. So yeah, because I was an intern, you know, my senior year, and so I would intern 40+ hours a week. So, you know, not that I hardly saw Kane, but I mean, I definitely didn't see him as often as I do now, of course. But, you know, I would see him, you know, I'd drop him off at daycare at 9 in the morning. I would go every once in a while and see him, you know, on my lunch break. And then I'd pick him up at 5. So we honestly didn't have, you know, we didn't have nearly as much time together as we do now. So, but I know, but he just adjusted really well. Like, he adjusted to daycare, he adjusted to being at home again. And like I said, we still have the same daycare routine. Like, he still takes his nap, you know, at home the same time he took it at daycare. So that was just really easy. They got him on a great they got him on a great sleep schedule. So I definitely love daycare for that. So okay, what do I like about being a stay-at-home mom? I love the fact that I get to see my baby grow up. I love the fact that you know, I just love everything about it. You know, I love interacting with Kane, and you know, just being with Kane, honestly. What do I dislike about being a stay-at-home mom? I mean, I wouldn't say dislike, but I do kind of miss being able to just up and go, or like, you know, having him in daycare was pretty easy, so I'd be able to, you know, go on my lunch break and do little things that I want to do. But now I've got to, you know, lug Kane around with me, but of course being a mom you have to do that anyway. But you know, I just have to definitely take things a lot slower now. I don't get to up and go like I used to. So but yeah, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. So honestly, I don't think that's not a huge dislike, but I think that's just being a mom in general. But yeah, but like I said, I just love seeing him grow and love, you know, just being at home with him. So I love knowing that he's being taken care of the way that I want him taken care of. That's the main thing. What do you feel your day doing? Oh, well, we did a day in the life video not too long ago, but that was just a completely random weird day. So I'll definitely do another day in the life video when Carson arrives. But what do we feel our day doing? I mean, Kane wakes up, he eats breakfast, we play. He rarely watches TV. He only watches TV when he eats breakfast. So I mean, honestly, I always tell people, like, we wake up and then I turn around, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I don't know what I did during the day. He is a super busy child, but you know, we just try to stay busy. Like, we found this place called Jumpin' Jacks near our house, so he started going there, and that's just like little bouncy houses and things like that. So I'm just keeping him pretty much occupied, and that's why I'm like so tired now, just exhausted. But the good thing is he takes a 3-hour nap, so I do have a little mommy time during the day. But I mean, we go on the deck and we blow bubbles, and we do crafts, and we read and play. I mean, honestly, like, being a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't seem like there's a lot to do, but once you get into a routine, then you'll realize that there's like a ton of stuff to do, like even just in the house. So you know, because like he'll eat and it takes him 30 minutes to eat, so that's already 30 minutes of your day gone. So so yeah, so it's definitely, like, being a stay-at-home mom is definitely more fast-paced than I thought it would be, really, for a toddler. Because when I was a stay-at-home mom with Kane at first, well, I exclusively pumped for 11 months. So, you know, I was just attached to the pump, and he was tiny, and I just not dreaded staying at home, but I was just like, oh my God, like, I'm so tired of this. So, and it wasn't me being tired of being a stay-at-home mom, it was me, you know, being tired of pumping all day. But now that I don't pump and I can actually, you know, interact with Kane all day, it's just like, this is awesome. So, I definitely love being a stay-at-home mom to a toddler. He has a lot of work, but I love it. So yeah, so I think that's all the questions, y'all. I'm sorry if this is like a totally random vlog video, but honestly, there aren't too many dislikes to being a stay-at-home mom. Like I said, I love the fact that I'm knowing that he's taken care of the way that I want him to be taken care of, and I love the fact that I can just watch him grow. And oh yeah, and I love that we don't have to pay for daycare, because his daycare was an exorbitant amount of money. And yeah, so, and how long, oh yeah, someone also asked how long do I plan to be a stay-at-home mom, at least until they're school age. And like I said, I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and not a stay-at-home wife, because I have my bachelor's degree in social work. So I definitely don't want to feel like I wasted 4 years of my college life, or like 4 years of my life in college. So I do plan to go to work once, or well, work / get my master's degree. I plan to do it at the same time. But I do plan to go to work and get my master's degree once they are school aged. But like, with daycare being as much as it was for Kane, I could not picture putting Kane and Carson in daycare just for me to say, oh yeah, well now I'm, you know, now I've got a job, because being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. So once they're school aged, then I'll go back to school for my master's degree, and then I will you know, work on the side, probably part-time. But and I do plan to volunteer here and there in between then, just to, you know, keep my name out there. But I mean, but y'all, I'm so busy right now with just Kane that I'm just like, oh my God, how am I going to find time to volunteer once I have 2 babies? So but the main thing is I got undergrad done, so that's great. But like I said, I just don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I do want to be a stay-at-home mom. So so yeah. So I hope that answers everyone's question on being a stay-at-home mom. I love it. The main thing is just find a routine that works for you, and you'll be fine. So alright, y'all, if you have any questions, any comments, whatever, just leave them below. Alright, bye, y'all.